Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G, and we're about to get started today. We're going to be talking about, Caroline Leavitt, Leavitt, Trump's federal funding freeze. We're going to go ahead and talk about this because there's a lot of misinformation that is spreading, and I'm here to talk about the facts and things. I mean, this was already reported, but I'm gonna show the. I'm actually gonna pull this up too, so we're gonna do like a reaction to it. So let me go ahead and pull this up here. Just one moment. Just give me one moment, because I know I've been receiving some phone calls, and it's just not giving the proper information. And I'm gonna go into that as to why though, but let me see here. And let's go ahead. I'm gonna share. Let's go ahead and share his document stuff first. Let me go ahead and grab this. Just give me one moment. I'm gonna go ahead and because I want to show you guys. You know, I can show you better than. Let's see. Let me see. Executive. Okay, there it is. Right. I'm gonna put this up here on the screen. Okay. All right. So there it is. Regards to that, it says the Executive Office of President, right? The Office of Management and Budget, right? And this is basically what it is. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys can see that and things. So this is the official document, and we're gonna go ahead and put up the video as well too, because I'm gonna get set up for that. I'm gonna go ahead and put the video up. So we're gonna do a screen share, and let's go ahead and go into that here as well. Put the let's share the screen here. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll just go ahead and do the entire screen. All right, go ahead and do that. And yeah, you guys should be able to see that here, right? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and play this here. We'll play it from the top. I want you guys to be able to listen very closely in regards to this here. Let me turn this up a little bit. Right? Okay, hold on for a minute. I'm going to grab another one. here as well. But let me stop this here. What's with the lag? All right, so let's go ahead and do this here. All right, so let's go ahead and do this here. I'm gonna pull that back up here. Just one moment. We're gonna remove that. Okay, we'll go ahead and add that back to the So you guys have heard that already, though. We're gonna go ahead and go over it and things, because the thing about it is simply this: there was executive office of the president, office of management and budget, right? And then we're just go ahead and let's go ahead and do this here. Hold on for one moment. All right. Okay. So let me see here. So let's go ahead and go down through here for a minute. I got to pull up the other. Should I do the other video first? Can you guys see that? I'm looking at it. I know the print is a little small, but I don't know if I can make that bigger and things. You should be able to Google this, and it should come up for yourself for your own records, because it gives like guidelines, questions, and answers regards to because the main stuff people really want to find out. It says here, is the freeze on the federal financial assistance? Okay, let's go in with that first question. That's the question. The answer is no. The pause does not apply across the board. It is expressly limited to programs, projects, and activities implemented by President's executive order, such as ending of DEI, the Green New Deal, right? And funding non-governmental organizations that undermine the national interests. Bam, that's exactly what it is. I've been reading all this other misinformation. I don't know. This is what this is about the funding. And I know that the Democrats have a tendency of running with narratives to fit their interests. And this is the document I'm just showing you right here. Next question is the freeze on benefits to Americans like SNAP or student loans. The answer is no. Any program that provides direct benefits to Americans is explicitly included from the pause, right? Excluded from the pause. Now, exempt, right, from this review process, in addition to Social Security, Medicare, right, already explicitly excluded in the guidance. Mandatory programs like Medicaid, SNAP will continue without pause. That's why it's good to know the facts, right? Funds for small businesses, farmers, Pell Grants, Head Start, rental assistance, and other similar programs will not be paused. If agencies are concerned that these programs may implicate the president's executive order, they should consult with the OMB to begin to unwind these objectable policies without a pause in the payments. Another question is the pause of federal financial assistance and empowerment. The answer is no. It's not empowerment under the Empowerment Control Act. It is a temporary pause to give agencies the time to ensure that financial assistance conform to the policies set out in the president's executive order to the extent permitted by law. Temporary pauses are a necessary part of the program implementation that have been ordered by the past presidents to ensure that the programs are being executed and funded, spent in accordance with a new president's policies and do not consult empowerments. Why is this pause necessary? To act as faithful stewards to taxpayer money. New administrations must review federal programs to ensure that they are being executed in accordance with the law and the new president's policies. So here it is. This is the information that I'm reading, and I suggest that everyone do a Google search, share this with your friends. We know, once again, the Democrats are running a different narrative, and they're getting people worked up, afraid, scared. It's good to have the facts on this stuff because, like it is, I'm reading from the actual documents. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. You know, it's something else. Yeah, it's something else. No audio from the video. No audio. Hold on for a minute, John. Thank you for that. Hold on for a minute, John. I didn't have my Hey, John, how you doing, man? Yeah, let me do this here, but y'all can hear my voice, and that's cool. I'm gonna play it again, though. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna fix this right now. Bluetooth. May have to reset it again. Here, why don't I do this here? Says it's connected. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll press that again. Wait a moment. It says it's connected. Okay, let's come out of that. Hey, John, let me do this here, man. So when I played the video, you didn't hear no audio, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, John says, how can the press secretary say this 4 times in a row and people don't understand? And you know what, John? I'm gonna say this, man. You remember that movie Idiocracy? That's where we are in society right now. I'm reading an official document here in regards to, this was released. They gave like a whole list. They say, go cut all these programs down. Man, they got people, oh yeah, it's going to be infected. And they on the radio with this nonsense, man. They running with these narratives, especially in the black community, man. John, it's bad, man. It's like, I just be laughing. Like you said, she said it 4 times in a row. And I'm going to fix this audio so I can play the video again. But this is sad though, John. John, man, this is bad, man. I said, I'm going to go in and make this video real quick. Because I said, man, are we that? What is going on with society and people, man? What is going on, man? I don't get it. Like you just said, she said it 4 times in a row. You know, and it's like, it's straightforward English. She said that the programs were not going to be impacted. There was some bullet point down below with the questions. They're running with these narratives. They're all on face, man. I should pull up my Facebook. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. John says, I know they are, but you can watch her deny these idiots. Yeah, I know, man. This is crazy. And this is the press. And we know that those are liberal media right there, straight up. They got Trump like a damn tyrant, man. It's just, this is bad, man. This is bad. And then want to try to shame the people for voting for Trump. You can't shame me for voting for Trump. Trump have always had our back. When you bet on Trump, you always win when you bet on Trump. I just read right here. That's what I say. Whether the audio work or not, this is it right here. I suggest that people, what they need to do is go back on YouTube. They can pull her up. Go ahead and pull her up. The press secretary, they can pull her up and they can watch this stuff for themselves. Because this, I'm not understanding, man. Why I mean, the information is straightforward. I just read what I'm showing you guys. It's right here. It's right here. I just said, well, skip all the other pleasantries. Let's go and get straight down to it. And it have nothing to do. Once again, no federal financial aid is froze, right? No benefits, Americans like SNAP and student loans. All this stuff is not froze, right? Federal financial assistance, he said, is not impounded, which means no. Yep, it's not. None of these programs are impacted. But why are they saying this stuff? And why are they getting away with these lies, man? This is terrible, though, John, man. This is really bad. They're just getting in. You know what it is, too? There's people that have been running with these, these so-called content creators. And if they're going to be some type of journalist, you're supposed to print the truth and tell the truth and find out the facts and research before you just start. And that's what I do. If I'm in error, I'm reading off of how am I in error? Where this is coming straight from the president's desk. We're seeing it right here. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. John says you need to tell your friends and family to get their news from. Here's the thing, though, man. Remember, I mentioned this before on my other lives. And the so-called black community is very, very cultish, man. There's people that love watching CNN. I had a friend of mine today. She loves watching propaganda news, especially CNN. I said, I'm sorry to hear it, but they will not deflect from it. I'm sorry, they will not use any other type of medias or whatever. They're going to continue, and this is the problem, man. Propaganda news. But they've been watching it for years. She's like 52 years old. So she's like, you ain't going to change that, She don't get her news off of social media. Yep. And social media is no good news either. You're right. Because you see, they're worse on social media. They're worse on social media, man. This is bad. They're all here on social media with the same type of crap and stuff. But John says, yeah, I'm going to let them be scared because they rather run with the lies and the narrative. Now, watch what happens when we go into a month of this or 2 months of this. And I'm just going to sit back and say, I thought that Trump is supposed to be shutting your stuff off. This is the thing about it, man. They really think that the Democratic Party got their back. It never had their back. Because of Biden, this is the reason that we in this mess anyway. They don't even realize this, though, John. They don't even realize this. And I'm just going to say it. Joe Biden, we already know, he hired, 87 or 88,000 IRS agents, right? Back in 2022. Who was he going after? He was going after the common man under $400,000 a year. A lot of the people voted for this man, black people included, by a 92% clip, if we were to be precise about it. This is exactly what they voted for. And guess what they got? They got the audits up the wazoo until Trump put a stop on it. Another executive order, another win for Trump again. He stopped the IRS invasion as of this year. I think it's the 25th of January. But he signed an executive order to stop the feds from going after us. You're welcome. No, thank you. You're welcome, people. Yeah, I mean, damn. John says we need to move forward. If they can't move along with it, oh well. I've been moved forward with it, but I said, you know what? I'll do this live real quick because this is something that we just can't keep talking about. Stupid can't fix stupid. The only way that can, that's that old saying, stupid can't fix stupid. And I'm very, very, I'm like, wow, man. I'm like, wow. I mean, she sent me this thing about all these, this is a bunch of lies. Somebody else said it on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? She said lies, and then she gave the proof with the video, and somebody else posted the same thing I posted on Facebook with this document in front of me right here. And they can download this. They won't do it. This is how bad it is, though, man. So yeah, that's the thing. This is why we got a blue state. This is why we got crime, violence, drugs, and all this other kind of stuff. They will not put their party. They will not hold their party accountable. They will not hold the Democratic Party accountable, and they've been fucking them over ever since, every single time. You know who fucks over the black community? It's the Democratic elite party. That's who fuck over the black community. And it's going to tell the truth for what it really is. And they don't even know the enemy when they even see it. Now, some of them are waking up, but the majority of them still rah-rah and CNN and ABC and all the rest of this nonsense, man. This is crazy, man. I shouldn't even be doing something like this, man. This is ridiculous. John says we need to move on. Hint, along with yeah. And then John says he sent the IRS raid team to the board. He sure did. Yep, he sure did. I remember that. And they now finding out what gunfire. Yeah, exactly. It's about time, though. That's what Trump did, for those that don't know or don't want to know. He sent the IRS agents to the border. And that's where they should be in the first place, instead of shaking down the American citizens. You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. You guys got to get, present company not included. I'm talking about outside of this. Once again, you want to be informed with the facts, not social media, not your girlfriend, not your friend or whatever. It has to come from credible sources. Because again, we're reporting on this stuff, though. I can't slip up and just on my phone, you're going to cut stuff off. That's not journalism. That's propaganda. The scare tactics and all that stuff. That's not journalism. Can't do that. John says, we are winning. Yes, we are, Tony. Look at the progress he made. Yes, sir, in the black community. It's going to take time. Yeah, it is. And you're absolutely right, though, John, because they don't understand, for the most of them, yet. Because the taxes, we already won already. We won this thing fair and square. We won popular vote, right? As well as the Senate. We won the House, we won the Senate, and we also won the Supreme Court and things. It was a landslide. He said we're going to make it too big to rig. Don't think that the Democrats didn't try to cheat. We know, but it was just unanimous, though. You know, we whooped them. There's a new regime that's coming up. Yep. And it's only been 10 days. Trump is getting stuff done. He's making it happen. And people that don't know is going to know. That's why I say when you always bet on Trump, you always win, you know. And this inflation is going to go down. We are winning. We are in the golden age. It's a beautiful time to be alive right now. We don't have time to be dealing with propaganda crap, because this is exactly what the Democrats been looking for. They've been looking for something that they can be able to throw a wedge out there. And with black folks, they always have most of them in their back anyway. But what's going, like you said, John, can you imagine? This is just 10 days. 6 months from now, John, we should be in a whole different situation than we're in right now financially. Not paying taxes. Just think about that, people. Not paying taxes, man. This is something to celebrate. We should be happy. Why are we worrying about this nonsense? This is crazy. She just said it. Why are we dealing with it? So we, like John said, we are winning. We are winning. In fact, I'm going to start talking more about how we are winning, right? Because if he halted the taxes, we're getting illegals out of our country. You guys should be the criminals first. You guys should be very happy. I got to call ICE after this anyway. I got to call ICE and get some other people. But we are winning, though. You know what I'm saying? Even in my area, I have a lot of Middle Eastern people in my area, and we already know there's a lot of them that are illegal that should not be here. These are criminals and things. They shouldn't have been brought over here in the first place. So once again, we are winning. It's about America first. And that's exactly what it is, though. We ain't going to be paying no taxes. We don't have to worry about subsidy programs and all this other stuff. You guys concerned about WIC and SNAP and all that stuff. It's going to make it so good when you don't even need that stuff no more, because there's going to be manufacturing jobs that's going to return by trifold, right? And the tariffs is going to be doing it, as well as the oil, and we're going to be selling oil to these other countries. That's going to bring in more revenue. Anytime importing coming to America, guess what? They got to pay the tariffs. You know, some of them could be 25% and up. Just depends on the country. You know, we are looking good. John says, I don't know if inflation is going to go down, but it should stabilize. Yeah, I know. I ain't really talk about that one right now, inflation. Yeah, as of yet, because we still got the thing, John, as you already know, the central bank is still there. And that's our biggest. Trump is already, you already know, he already signed executive orders to stop and halt the, it's coming, not yet, but it's going to be coming on an, not yet. He hasn't done it yet for the national, what is it, the Federal Reserve. He hasn't did it. It's in the process, though. They're auditing them. It's going to happen, though. That is the monster that has to go away. Once that is been removed, that threat, that neutral threat. In fact, let me share that photo. For some of you guys that are coming on, I appreciate you guys that's willing to listen to me and things. Let me just give you guys a round of applause. And I'm not beating up the present company by all means, you know, but I'm just saying for people that are not aware, you know, this is what we're up against. And I keep showing this photo. This is the real monster here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're up against. Let me move my banner out of the way so you can get a very good, go ahead and do that here too. Let's go ahead and move that out the way. All right. Now you guys see that? Now back in the early days, this was created back in 1913, right? This was created back in 1913. So what this is, they call it the National Reserve Association, but this was the precursor to the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a private bank. And this is why you see the U.S. Treasury, U.S. Congress, White House at the top, these three federal buildings at the top. Then you have the New York Stock Exchange right here, right? You see on the tentacle arms, private, and then they got the syndicate. Down below, they got this is a private bank. This is the house. This is the farming factory going on. This right here was Aldrich's plan. Aldrich was one of the guys. I believe he was like, what was Aldrich, John? Wasn't he like a congressman or something? But at any event, this is what he drafted. This was his baby, and this is what we're under right now. This is what Trump is trying to defeat. And so far, he's been doing a very great job of it, cutting off the tentacles, one tentacle at a time. Because you see where the money is being dropped into the U.S., the New York Stock Exchange. This is Wall Street. This is exactly what's going on right here. This is it right here. This is what's going on. This is what he's battling against, not against American people, but against this private banking institution right there. That's what he's dealing with. Biden never did this. He was part of this system. Biden didn't do this. Obama didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. Bush didn't do it. The only one that tried to do it was Reagan, and they ended up attempt assassination on him because he wanted to audit the Federal Reserve. And I already did another video. You guys look at my other one. I did one called the Presidents, right? Tariff Presidents is what I named it. And when you look at presidents like, was it Andrew Jackson, for instance, you know, and there's a few other ones that, but if you look at that video, it explains everything. And I've been building this stuff up, putting pieces together for people. And because, you know, other content creators, they just talk about certain stuff. But we have to go, because I'm a history buff, so I like to go back into the history of things. So this is why you hear Trump talk about tariffs, and this stuff been around since 1870 up to 1913. In those dates, back in the early days, over, 150, 200 years ago, we had a thing called tariffs, and tariffs is what funded America, because back then they didn't pay income taxes. There was no such thing until 1913. prior to that, they didn't pay income taxes. It was income taxes for you guys, once again, maybe you know or not, but income taxes is unconstitutional and unlawful, but they wrote it in the 16th Amendment. That did not pass through Congress. This was illegal. Giving you guys some information. So now the pieces are falling together, though. So, like it is, this is what we're talking about. I'm not harping on this, but I'm just going to show you the picture. But we are really going into we're actually in the golden age right now. No taxes, right? I just showed, matter of fact, let me see if I can put this up here again. Let me just, let me go ahead and share. Let's see here, what else do I have here? I wanted to show something else. All right, let's take a look at it here. No taxes, man. That's a beautiful thing. No taxes, ladies and gentlemen. No taxes, man. Because right now, that's where we're on the verge. We're actually heading in that direction of no taxes. Low taxes to no taxes. Trump is well aware of our history. Even though a lot of people may not be, and that's okay. But as of right now, we're in a whole different. This is not doom and gloom. This is to be celebrated. We got a lot to be thankful for living in America. We're getting all these criminals out of our country. They sent over 1,500 troops down there and many more. They are dealing with stopping the invasion. They're still trying to sneak over here. That's why Trump's sending that people down there to secure that border, because people are still trying to find their way into America and stuff like that. See if I can find that thing here. But that's basically what it is, though, man. We're looking good. We're looking good, ladies and gentlemen. If I can't find it, then no big deal. But yeah, we're looking really, really good. We're looking good. So let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can get this audio fixed again. Even though some of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched this and things, but hey, John, can you hear that or no? Are you able to hear anything? Oops, wait a moment. I haven't even put that up. Hold on. You can't hear nothing right now. Hold on for a minute. All right, let's do this here. Share screen. All right. All right. Select the window to share. Okay. No, just you. Okay. All right. No problem. Let's do the whole screen again. All right. Allow. All right. Let's do this again. Can you hear that before I skip this commercial? Can you hear that now? Let's see here. Okay. Can you hear it now though, John? Or is it still just me only? All right. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I should have restarted the computer though. That's what it is. I ain't got time for that. You guys understand though. I'm sure you guys have watched her already, and things, because whether if it's CNN, MSNBC, ABC, and all the rest of them. Okay, that's fine, John. I'll just what I'll do is let me go ahead and stop. I'm gonna stop the share. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but other than that though, man, yeah. The main thing is yeah, and people can go there. They can go on YouTube and pull her up. Ain't no problem at it at all. She speaks very well to be 27 years old. She's not using the script. She's very versed in things. So once again, Trump chose wisely for as the press secretary. Way better than that old one that we had, Karine Jean-Pierre. Oh man, she was horrible, man. Horrible, man. Just looking at notes. I mean, it was. I mean, yeah, the press had a field day with her, man. But yeah, but Caroline, man, she's doing her thing. You know, shout out to Caroline, man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, she's really doing her thing. But the new press secretary, you know, and she's like a rising star. So it seems, though, you know, very, very smart, very, very articulate and stuff. And she was just over there, just filleting filleting that one guy, you know, the press, you know. So yeah, so that's the thing about it. I even overheard her say, John, that she's going to even allow content creators where we can be able to go to the White House as well too. One of these days, I may do that. Get my press credentials in. I've done it before for press credentials for stuff, so I can do that and check that out. That'd be cool. Because yeah, we got a obligation and a responsibility if we're going to be talking about the news and reporting stuff in politics. We have an obligation to spread the truth and not propaganda. That's not journalism. John says if they need a script, they are lying. Yeah, I know, right? And she don't need no script. Yeah, reading off of a script, you make a great point, John. You make a great point. You know, I don't use a script unless if I'm reading information, right, from stuff, right? Because this is what it is. We have to go to the source. It can't be my best friend that's impacted with her feelings and being biased, you know. Did you know that Chat GPT is I pulled it up. John, were you aware that Chat GPT is very liberal biased? And this is where Reuters, Rothschild, as you told me, Reuters and a lot of other stuff come up. They're very biased, man. Now I found one that is not biased, it's unbiased, but yeah, Chat GPT is a biased AI platform. You know, notes aren't scripts. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I busted them too because you know everybody kept talking about Chat GPT. I said, let me go and pull it up, and I put in some of the stuff with the freezing and the cut and everything, and then it started kicking out some propaganda, man. You know, I was like, what the? See, even with the chat bots, that's why I don't mess with them because we shouldn't be. That's not. You should be able to. You're supposed to be unbiased, just like with the news. You're supposed to be unbiased to be able to report the facts. I don't see how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? I can do it. I don't see what the problem is. Instead of me sitting up in here and just putting out a whole bunch of propaganda type of stuff, you know, it shouldn't matter if either I like the president or not. It shouldn't matter. What should matter is that you're giving the facts to the people. You know, that's why I got this document up here. Let me put it up here. There it is. This is what I read earlier. Anybody can go over here and download this document right here. This is a document coming off of the president's desk that has it laid out of what programs that are affected and ones that are not. All this other stuff, But yeah, we're gonna move past this though, man. So yeah, this has been debunked. Nothing really to talk about at this point on this particular topic. But I just wanted to address it and stuff like that. And I know some of my friends, they're not gonna come on my stuff. They're not gonna do that, you know. There's a certain type of people that like that live chats and streams and all that stuff. They're not one of them. So like you say, John, I'm gonna let them suffer and keep dealing with the lies, and that'd be good for them. I think that'd be a very, very good punishment for them. Yep. But other than that, yeah, golden age, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. The golden age. Yeah, John says after Microsoft, Tay was corrupt by 4chan. Oh yeah, all chats lean left. Yeah. And this is why Trump right now is the creation of Stargate. And we can see where we have the need of that because all this stuff is crap. I don't mess with them, chat bots and all that stuff, because they all lean left. And we already know from the history of dealing with the left, we already know what happens there. They're not trying to get down to the truth. They got to keep propaganda. And I just want you guys to know that the Democratic elites, once again, the reason they're pushing these narratives because they have to cheat. They have to use illegal immigrants and so forth. They have to use the black community. They have to use minority groups and LGBTQ and DEI. They need those parties in order for them to be able to sustain politically. You take them away, that's why I always say that Democrats would be very lucky to ever, ever, ever win another election. Now that we have taken away, Trump have removed all those, all those hurdles, and then they're being exposed for what they truly are. Now it's going to be merit-based, as it always should have been, right? And then everybody, two genders, like we had before, and the way it is, and it's a beautiful thing. And also we're going into we're already in the golden age. The taxes situation, it's a beautiful thing, man. That's why I say, John, I've been feeling real good about myself, man. Yeah. Tay was sprouting Hitler after Fortune got done with it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. The beast, man. But the beast is shrinking, though. The beast is shrinking, man. It's not this big monster like it used to be, man. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, you know. For those that are coming in on the chat right now, appreciate you guys. You can give me a like, and you want to sub for me or whatever. We were talking earlier about what was it? We were talking earlier about Karoline, the press secretary, and things like that. So this document you see right in front of me, this is the actual fact. And what I want to recommend again is that if you want to look at what I'm looking at, just Google the Executive Office of the President, Office of Management and Budget, Washington, D.C., 20503. Pull that up and you'll see for yourself. This is what you're looking at with that IC. This is exactly what it is. But if you look down below, there are some questions that are in bold that most Americans are concerned with, and those issues have been addressed. All this other stuff that's coming, it's not. This is facts. All this other stuff is propaganda. So people can look at this document for themselves, Google it for yourself, share it with your friends, loved ones. I'm sure someone is on welfare, someone is getting the SNAP program. Neither of these programs being removed, all this other type of stuff. So you may want to just look at that. Trump wants to stop censorship on social media, right? I think he signed an executive order on that. So YouTube should start to calm down. Right. Yeah, he signed an executive order on that, though, John. Yeah, that's why we're looking really good right now. He put a stop to that censorship stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can sit up here and say, I can actually say, what is it? Immunization, right? Vaccine. I can say that stuff now. Before we used to have to say the jab, right? Yeah, because he got Mark Zuckerberg together. John says that will be next week's news. Yeah, I know, right? And I'm gonna talk about it too. I'm gonna talk about the censorship next week. We're gonna go in there and dive in there and talk about this stuff. So this is golden age stuff, man. I mean, cancel culture, Me Too, all this stuff is gone. Just like DEI, all of it is gone. And I love it. I can call somebody fat if I want to, and things just like we had to deal with it before, right? It's just what it is. Because again, it's called freedom of speech. As long as I'm not saying it for being hateful about it, but I have the right to say the word fat. It is what it is. I have a right to say a lot of things because under the Constitution, this is what grant us permission. Grant us the right, not permission, the right, to say what we could say pretty much because we have freedom of speech. Democrats have been trying to take it away from us. We won, they lost. There's no coming back from this. California, may I remind you, that's going to be pretty much a red state there. North Carolina been a red state after what they did with FEMA and all that. FEMA going away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. John says, and the Dems will be worried. The children will be corrupt by bad words. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't. Good thing we don't have to worry about any of this stuff no more. We are in the room with like-minded people that want to get to the truth, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the golden age. We're talking about gold and silver backed by real money, and eventually, in time, the inflation will drop. Trump had it down to 1% before when he was first 4 years in office. It was down to 1%. And I'm sure he can even beat that record because, again, he's a colorless president. He cares about everyone in America, whether you black, white, and other. So all this other stuff, it's just a misnomer, lies, and propaganda. We don't support lies. We don't do propaganda in this room. I just tell the truth, you know. So far, Trump been doing everything right. He's been, and when you bet on Trump, you always win. You bet on any of these other clowns, you're gonna lose. You know, straight like that. Yep, Trump, you're gonna win. Anybody else, you're gonna lose. So this is basically what it is, there, man. The golden age, man, and we here. It's a beautiful time to be alive right now. We got a lot to be thankful for. We have toppled evil and corruption and things like that, and it's gonna get better. All the naysayers, we're not even worried about that because they're going to be eating crow sooner or later anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even have to hear.
Hello.
I want to talk to you.
You don't hear this going on, right?
We're there. After
Like a joker. I see nobody laughed that very much other than the joker.
I was waiting for you to say it, and I loved it. You're like, how sure was I to doing this? You may clap.
And your answer is part of the job.
So,
It's terrible.
okay, we don't need that.
I'm sure.
Okay. You're welcome.
Some sound bites.
Pull out a Venn diagram.
Yeah. Once again.
Problem is that our leaders are dumb.
Yeah, plain and simple. Plain and simple, man. You know. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, John. Sherry, you know I got something for you, right? Yeah, that's for John and Sherry. Got a lot of farmers, man. Yeah, there you go. And that's no bull either. That's no bull. Oh man, hey John, you like that? You know what I'm saying? That's no bull, man. That is no bull. That is no bull, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, that's what it is, though. You know, the golden age and stuff like that, and yeah, let's go in and talk about it a little bit more about it. You know, what is it? Almost an hour. Yeah, let's go in and talk about it, right? I mean, what do you guys think? What Trump mean about the golden age? Is it just? Do you guys think it's just talk, or do you have any type of input of what you guys think of what he's talking about the golden age? I already kind of let the cat out the bag on some things, but in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about getting rich for those that want to. We're talking about getting rich. We're talking about American citizens getting rich, and we don't want illegals in this country getting rich. No, they got to go in back of the line like everybody else to come over here. No. They're not going to ride off the 14th Amendment because that belongs to us. Either you are naturalized or you are born citizen. You have to be here, not just given right. And this is what the Dems did on that as well, though, you know. They've taken and hijacked the 14th Amendment to appease foreigners. And that's why they have this entitlement, because they have a child born here. They think that they're American citizen. No other country in the world put up with this foolishness. If I'm a visitor in Japan, and let's say if I was married or whatever, and then, you know, she happened to have a child over there in Japan, no, they're not Japanese citizens, because that means me and her are not we're not Japanese citizens. We're American citizens. You just happen to be born in Japan, but we are not those citizens. No other country in the world that I know even have anything like that. Whatever you are, naturalized, whatever this case may be, that's where you are, not this other stuff. And they need to knock that stuff off, which we are taking care of that, you know, because I am for mass deportation, and I'm not apologizing about it, and neither should you. You shouldn't have to apologize about this. What's right is what's right. They don't get those opportunities and benefits that we do. We looking out for America first. And this is another thing what Trump said, Americans first. And I'm gonna get a t-shirt wearing that. America first. We won, they lost. You put your MAGA cap on. We won, they lost. You know, we are in a better situation now. I mean, not even a situation. We're going in a better place. You know, so mass deportation. We're not going to deal with these anchor babies. No more anchor babies. No. John says it's going to be an individual choice. If you put work and pride into your product or service, you should thrive. Exactly. And that's what Trump, what you just said, John, and this is what Trump is basically trying to get Americans to feel good about being Americans again. You know, getting the morale up, pledge allegiance to the flag, being patriotic again, putting the American flag back out on the lawn. There should be no other flag flown in America but the American flag. And this is going to be that's how I'll be catching them over here in the area that I live at, because there's a lot of Middle Eastern people. They love to put their flag up with the Arabic writing, and see, all that is a dead giveaway too. Only flag that should be up is the American flag. If we won't tolerate the pride flag, we're not going to tolerate no foreign into what, you know, flag. You know, when you go into Canada, guess what? They got the Canadian flag up. They ain't got no American flag up. They got the Canadian flag. You know, the way it should be. Can't tell what Canadians do in their country, but over here you're gonna have the American flag, or you can leave. You know, we want people to abide by the laws and the rules. You will speak English. If you can't speak English, that's gonna be a dead giveaway, because ICE come. That's how they've been rounding them up. Because a lot of them over here, a lot of these Middle Easterns, they can't speak English, especially the old ones, right? It's a dead giveaway. So if they're being rounded up, guess what? The kids gonna be rounded up, because they're not legal either. They have to go back to Lebanon. They have to go back to Palestine. They have to go back to any of these Middle Eastern countries. You guys on the list too. Anybody in them? I'm saying this is not just Mexicans, Hispanic, Latinos. This is for all illegal African countries, people in the Congo, people in the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana. You guys got to bounce. If you're not here on legal stuff, you got to go. Haiti, you got to go. West Indies, you got to go. Just how it is. Jamaican, St. Lucia, right? St. Kitts, hey, you got to bounce. Sorry. You got to be. We want people over here legal. We want American citizens or people that gone through the right pathway. We are not carrying no more anchor babies. We're not going to do it. There will be no birthright citizenship. And Tom Homan is not playing around, as they can see. A lot of them have self-deported already. So I'm saying, make it easier on yourselves, self-deport, because you know that tip number has been going around. In fact, I can put the tip number up as well for you guys as well, because I passed the number out. You know, I make sure that the tip number, there it is right here. It says ICE tip hotline, 866 DHS 2 ICE. This is a very simple number. You guys should be jotting this down, though. You'll be anonymous. Anonymous. So you'll be anonymous. You call this number. You ain't got to worry about anything. They'll take care of the rest, though. Do your patriotic duty. If you're a lover of America, call ICE today. Do your civil duty. Do your duty. Contact them, and let ICE handle it. You ain't got to do nothing. Then they'll come and they'll remove them. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I feel good about it. And I sleep good at night, knowing that our community is safer. There's not a drain on the society. You ain't got to worry about these girls being raped and murdered and any other stuff, right? John says, that pissed me off when that is the first thing you hear on the phone. Please, right, press 1 for Spanish. I know, right? It pisses me off too, right? And then for English. We in our own country, and then they have made accommodations for people that's Spanish speaking only. Say habla español. No, we're not in Mexico. We in America. You know, I know a little Spanish, but that's by choice, not because I got to know it. You know what I'm saying? When you come over here, you have to know how to speak English. And I'm going to go a step further. We want people in America on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. That would get you pathway to citizenship. You know why? Because we don't have to worry about carrying people that are over here that's going to sap off of the system. Look what happened. They came over here with the Democratic Party, told them to download this app, CCP1. They signed up. Oh, yeah. Told them this is how you get your citizenship. Long as you vote Democrat. Long as you vote Democrat. And they've been bringing all these illegals over here. Criminals, rapists, insane people that should be still locked up in the insane asylum. You know, all these rejects. You know, look what's they've been tearing our country up. This is a major problem, though. You know, these girls, Lake and Riley, and all them, they would have been alive today because our government under Joe Biden failed us. They failed us. They failed. They failed us. Failed us. And we're gonna call him out on it. I'm gonna still call him out on it. Yeah, John says, you immigrate to Russia, you must read and speak Russian. Absolutely. There's going to be no special accommodations for you. You got to know how to speak Russian. Everybody over there speaks Russian, right? You go to Spain, everybody speaks Spanish over there, right? Exactly. You go to Romania, people speak Romanian, right? And some of them can speak Polish too, but that's their country. You know, go to Turkey, you got to speak Turkish, right? You got to speak the language of the land that you're in. Ain't no special accommodation. So I'm sure Trump going to take that. The Spanish press 2. No, we're going to remove that. All that should be is English. All that should be is English. I'm going to say it again. All that should be is English. I'm not sympathetic to criminals over here. What makes you a criminal when you don't go through the right pathway of citizenship? That you are a criminal. You are over here illegal. You are a criminal over here. You're violating. You're a criminal. That's why. Come on, yeah. And then you heard, what's her name? Ariana Grande talking crap. They roasted her. She shut her chat thing down. You know, and I wasn't going to get her because everybody else jumped on her. I ain't have to do it. You know, talking about her people. Ariana Grande, you're a multi-millionaire, first of all, talking about her people. You never gave a damn about your people. And the only reason you're only talking crap now because we're talking about criminals for real, for real. Trump said that he was going to get the criminals out the country first. This is the first thing first, and then afterwards. And for you guys that are coming in late or whatever like that, you can always go back to the video. I mean, to the because once the live is over, we already went over the policies already with Caroline Trump's federal funding freeze. So we already cleared it up. This piece of paper I keep up here, you guys can Google this and get the facts. Go from there. So as I was saying, So yeah, she's over here talking all this stuff or whatever, knowing damn well she don't mean it, The celebrities are buying cans. Celebrities are buying cans. Okay. Oh yeah. And they had insurance. Insurance. You said the celebrities are buying buying insurance. But yeah, she don't give a damn about so her people. Ariana Grande don't give a damn about these people anyway. She went. I bet you this. She wouldn't let them live in her house. Like keyboards getting nuts. I understand though, John. I totally get it. But this is how hypocritical a lot of these liberals are. Because they talk this crap. It's like saying you're inviting criminals in your own home, talking about, well, they have a right to be here. No, they don't. Because if that's the case, let's go ahead and put them in your house. Let's go ahead and board them up, ground your children. See how hypocritical that is? It makes no sense. I don't want strangers all living in my house. I don't want homeless people, criminals, or whoever it is. I don't want them living in my surroundings like that. At least I'm being honest. John says they are buying canceled insurance. Canceled insurance. They're buying canceled insurance. They're buying canceled insurance. You talking about from out there in California and all that? Yeah, because you're buying, they're paying for it, and they cancel it. Yeah, they're not getting no benefits from it. It's a damn shame. And they want to still sit up here and hold up Joe Biden and hold him up like that. But his son, he can get $30 million off of some bullshit ass paintings and stuff that ain't worth $2, let alone $1. Who's going to mean Hunter Biden? Who's going to sit up here and buy paintings from Hunter Biden? But he had his paintings insured out there in California. I hope you guys know this or not. And then the insurance company insured $30 million for his bullshit ass paintings. This is a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? This is, man. Yeah, it's sad though, man. Nobody can tell me nothing about Joe Biden, man, being a good guy. John says, in case they get canceled by Hollywood elites. Yeah. Yeah, I know they got to follow that narrative or whatever like that, but it's like Ariana Grande, you need to close your mouth. You're not even in the real world with real people with real problems and real concerns. Why don't you go and enjoy your money? Obviously you're nothing but a basket case yourself, though. Men don't want to deal with you. Your youth is already gone. You're considered middle age when you hit 30 something anyway. You don't have that same look, that same glow no more, and they ain't checking for you. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag right there, man. I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't the only one or whatever. So, and then you want to bring this up about, nobody listening to you. That's why they went after her, man. She had to shut her page down. I bet you won't think again saying stupid stuff. Not even in the real world, man. Nobody is listening to these celebrities anymore either. Take your money and enjoy it somewhere. Nobody don't want to hear. You're going to think you're going to get this sympathetic ear from people when everybody out here burned down houses and all this other stuff. You want to sit up in here in your ivory horse talking this crap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, you can sing and all and act and all, Victoria Justice and all this other stuff. Just enjoy your millions and just shut up. We don't want to hear from you. John says she done hit the wall. Yeah, she already hit the wall though. Ain't no man checking for her. She's a basket case, a straight bitch. No man want that. They're gonna want them 20, was it 22 and younger. She hit the wall already. Ariana Grande don't come up in no conversation. Katy Perry don't come up in no conversation, right? Paris Hilton doesn't come up in conversation. It's going to keep on down the list. They all hit the wall. It is what it is. You know, so she needs to knock it off, and she ain't no exception. You know, Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, keep on naming them. They were all hot back then, but ain't nobody talking about them now. They're not talking about them now. Shit. I mean, they really aren't. Want to sit up here and have this goodwill stuff about trying to be all, humanitarian stuff. Man, them celebrities, man, piss me off with this humanitarian stuff. And they ain't nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. Knowing damn well that she wouldn't even put one illegal up in her place. Talking about her people. You know what I'm saying? Shit, these are not our people. These are illegal criminals that need to be deported. We're taking back America. We're getting the streets cleared up. Look at over there in Chicago right now. The streets are becoming bare over there. That was one of Tom Homan's first stop was Chicago. Getting that together though, Think that what's his name? JB Pritzker think he was gonna stop it, the governor. He can't stop it. Brandon Johnson couldn't stop it. They can't stop it though. They don't need the assistance of the police. It would be helpful. But no, ICE should go in there and take care of it. And they gotta stand down because that's an executive order. We gave Trump a mandate for mass deportation. This is what we voted for. This is what we were looking for, flat out. We gave Trump a mandate to turn this economy around. We gave Trump a mandate to turn our health care around. We gave him a mandate on a lot of things. And so far, for the 10 days Trump been in the office, he's been doing exactly that. He has done more in the office than any president that gotten in there. That's hands down. Nobody can deny that. John says, not only that, what practitioner experience or education do they have to make them think they should even speak? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right? What type of practitioner experience or education do they have? Hey, John, do you notice that they're coming after RFK Jr.? They coming after him. Now, they couldn't get him they couldn't get him on the women thing. So now they over here saying that he's some type of pedo, you know what I'm saying? Talking about RFK Jr., man. We already knew they putting that lie out on RFK Jr. Talking about that he's some type of pedo creep. You know what I'm saying? It's sad though, man. They put that out on that guy. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that wants poison. He's going to be taking GMOs and poisons out of our diet. The stuff that is killing Americans. We're talking about daily GMOs, high fructose corn syrup, right? This guy they put the right man in charge of this stuff. Because these are the hidden dangers that red dye, which is one of the dangerous ones. They put it in a lot of stuff. They put it in candy, and this is stuff that's why we have poor health today. This is exactly what it is. John says, Tony, do you know what occupation was held in the lowest esteem? That prostitution in Roman times. Okay, low self-esteem than prostitution. Lower than prostitution in Roman times? Let me see here. What is the lowest? Do I know the occupation lower than lower self-esteem? What occupation are lower than prostitution in Roman times? Damn. No, I'm not going to cheat, John. I'm not going to cheat. What is the lowest? Was it priest ministries? Oh, actors. Damn. Okay, actors, because they are professional liars. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, actors. And it makes a lot of sense though. Yeah, because right now we're actually in that season right now. where a lot of Americans are not even buying the crap that the Hollywood celebrities are even saying no more. In fact, I don't really see them really speaking. I don't watch network news. Are you hearing a lot about celebrities today speaking out on stuff? I haven't really. I mean, only the one I heard about was Ariana Grande. I know who she is. You know, off of the TV shows and stuff like that too. But she's the one that said something recently. I think it was on social media. But yeah, you got a good point about these actors, man, because they are trained. And who else is great actors? You know, that and politicians. Politicians are great actors too, man. You know, politicians and actors, man. Yep. I don't go looking me either. I don't go looking for these celebrities either. I can care less what they do because we're not living in the same stratosphere. We're more on reality here. You know, they can go ahead and count their millions somewhere and just shut up. You know, that's what I would be doing. You know, if I had any other money like them, like that, you know, I mean, well, how hard is it just to shut the you know what up? Because nobody don't want to hear. People don't like rich people anyway, especially in America. We already know that most rich people get a bad rap. Sorry, even for you good guys, because you're going to be looked up on as some type of greedy. That's how they look at you, and I'm sure they know this. You know, I'm not hanging out with these people. Yeah, you know, I just got off the phone with Ariana Grande, and she invited me over for dinner. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, even they marry rich, which I understand. But yeah, man. But yeah, this is a thing, though, man. So hopefully, you know, this didn't take me long to uncover this stuff with the facts about this. You know, about the Trump's federal funding freeze and stuff like that. Because Caroline did a very good job as the new press secretary, and she said it in plain English. John says that's the difference between Nicole Millions and the real deal. Yeah, yep. That's the difference between Nicole Millions. Nicole who? I'm just questioning John. You say Nicole? Nickel Million. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, nickel millionaires. Yeah, right. And the real deal. Exactly. Yeah. Because they didn't make that millions anyway, man. They just signed some contract because she was pretty. She can act. What is it? Triple threat. If you can sing, dance, and act, there you go. You know. And we already know she had to get on the director's couch like the rest of them. Come on now. You know. Come on now. So no, I don't big up that stuff though. What if you got to sell your soul for the gold? Is that what it is? So yeah. But yeah, man. So that's the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen. You want to read that document, download it, understand it very closely because all this other propaganda stuff, it ain't even nothing to be upset about. But I'm gonna let the people run with those narratives so that way they can look like a real jackass. Because again, if you're a Democrat, you do have a jackass as a mascot. So it kind of go hand in hand with each other, though, you know, instead of getting real factual information. You know, they're over here gaslighting John, and which I don't care anyway. But it's a bunch of propaganda, lies, misinformation, instead of getting to the truth. Man, it's so bad, John. They won't even go on Trump's website. That's how bad it is. They don't want to have nothing to do with that Republican right stuff. Nothing. I got a cousin right now. She don't want to have nothing to do with it, and I'm good with it. I don't care because all that stuff they creating a boogeyman. They gonna think this boogeyman. My stuff is gonna be cut off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them panic out, like you say. I plan on doing that anyway. I'm gonna let them crash and panic out because real people know that this stuff was not gonna come to fruition. That's on them. Exactly. It's on them. And I'm not going after the day. I'm not going to give no more visibility to this nonsense. This is foolishness. She's already gave the press secretary on this stuff, and they're still over here talking about this stuff. We should be talking about the golden age. We should be talking about the other stuff instead of just this is nothing. This is nothing. Why am I entertaining this stuff? It's not even like they're gonna go here and we'll watch the feed any damn way. That's the whole thing about it. But they're used to doing this stuff. So yeah, I'm done with that. I don't mess with because again, the so-called black community is a dumpster fire, man. I always said that before, but now that we are in the golden age, before it was a dumpster fire, but now we are in the golden age, things are turning around and things like that. We already talked about Trump's platinum plan. In fact, I can bring this up again because that's the thing about it, man. That's why I like real information. I don't get into all this other crap and stuff and all this. Yeah. Yep. This is Trump's promise to the black community right there. The platinum plan. It's right there. That can be downloaded. This is verified. This is the plan. This was going to be implemented back in 2020. But since a person took the election away from Trump, which was Joe Biden and his administration, and we're going to see clarity on that because Trump going to bring that to the table, that it was election fraud, and he's going to prove to the world that it was an election fraud, right? But here this is, the platinum plan on 4 pillars right here. $500 billion allocated towards the black community. I wonder why they're not talking about this. They're over here talking about benefits. This is part of the golden age. This is everything that they've been talking about, screaming about, wanting, and it's not even publicized. I haven't seen these so-called black leaders talk about this at all. From Al Sharpton and all the rest of them, or Al Snaketon, ain't none of them talked about this stuff. Why? Why am I talking about it on my little channel, but they don't talk about this? They're not talking about the platinum plan. This was been allocated for the black America. Trump's promise. Trump even said it. He said, for those blacks that have voted for me, he said, you have my back, I got your back. And I'm putting this up here. This is what it is right here. And when the platinum plan hits, when Trump make a promise, he keeps his promise. This is exactly what it is. The platinum plan, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And I'm going to share it again because I got to offset the crap that they've been told because we already went over the federal funding and stuff, and all that is not true. This is true right here. I report factual information. This was drafted up under his administration. This didn't come from Biden. This didn't come from Obama. This came from Trump, the man you call racist, the man that don't care about black folks and all the rest of the stuff. This is the man that drafted up this plan right here. This is the one that gave $360 million to 107 HBCUs across the United States. Everybody got 3.3 million from these schools to set them up a long time, right? This is it right here, the platinum plan, right here. 3 million new jobs for the black community, right? Creating 500,000 new black-owned businesses, right? Ain't nobody on the Democratic side, let alone the Republicans, outside of Trump, have ever done anything like this. I'm encouraging people once again, you better evaluate your party, your Democratic Party especially. You better evaluate that. MAGA, we won. This is it right here. I can speak on stuff that I know. This is it right here, and I'm making it available right here, right now. I stand on this. No detractor coming in my room saying otherwise. Because when it do hit, then they're gonna have to eat crow again. Just like they're gonna have to eat crow on this federal freeze and stuff like that. Because all this stuff is just propaganda, crap, and lies. I ain't got time for it, man. We ain't got time for stupidity, man. We in the process of building America great again, and I'm a part of that process. I ain't got time for all this other crap and propaganda and BS stuff. You know, I got a responsibility to to tell the truth, not to be sitting up here pushing propaganda and lies and stuff. And when I do make a error, and I go back and say that the error was right. Well, I think I mentioned about 1790, but it wasn't 1790. It was 1870, and I had it. But I already made that. You know, I already made that correction before. So, but this is important about this type of stuff. You know, the Platinum Plan is right here. This is the promise. It says the Platinum Plan, President Trump's pillars. This was his promise to Black America over 4 years. This is it right here. Increase access to capital in the Black communities by almost $500 billion. Do you realize for the Black America, you have gotten what it is that you've been looking for? You know, and this money ain't just going to be given to you. It's going to come with terms and conditions, because many of you are going to have to learn about money and finance, financial literacy. And this is another problem. You know, since we ain't have to worry about taxes no more, that you know, you can't get rich off of this situation. I don't know what else to tell you. This is the greatest country in the world. Ain't no African nation have offered any of this type of stuff, right? Any other country that you go, you shit out of luck. You're in the greatest country in the world, Black. I'm talking about Black folk right now, John, that may be listening or not, but this is exactly what it is right here. I stand on facts. I stand on truth. And Trump is not that racist guy that they keep running around here saying. You can't get it from here. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's called the Platinum Plan. You can Google it and pull it up. And he was going to implement this in 2020, but the election was stolen from him. That's why many people didn't see it. It's put on the side burner. It ain't scrapped. It's just put on the side burner. But anybody that know Trump, when he make a promise and he say everything with Trump, look at his policies. Everything that Trump said he was going to be doing, he has done it. He has done it. That's what I know. Trump has actually done it. And that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just talking about the truth. And, you know what I'm saying? Everything that he's been doing, that he said he was going to do, he's been doing it. And everybody have to bear witness to it. It is what it is. Right? So everything he's been saying is the truth. Hold on for one moment here. Let me do this here. Okay, let's do this here. I'm going to share another screen for a minute. This is what I'm going to do here. Share another screen. Let's go ahead and do this here. Share another screen. All right, hold on for a minute. I'm just going to share another screen here. Let's see here. All right, share another screen. All right, let's do this here. We're just going to go ahead and share. I wanted to pull up something else. I'm just going to do the entire screen again. All right, here we go. So this is what I'm going to do here. All right, and all right, let's go here. We're going to go here to visit Trump's webpage. All right, wait a moment. I just want to see something else for a minute. And this is a campaign page that he won on, you know. Yep, right here. Here it is. These are his this is his Agenda 47. Number one, seal the border. Stop the migration invasion. Did he do that? Yes, he is. Number two, carry out the largest deportation in U.S. history. Did he not do that? He did it. Number three, he said he's going to end inflation and make America more affordable again. Is he working on that right now? Yes, he is. Number four, make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. As he said, he's doing that right now. The oil wells are open up. We're going to be producing coal, tariffs, and all this other stuff. Number five, stop the outsourcing and turn America into a manufacturing superpower. He's doing that as well as right now. He said for all of the American companies, they must come home. If they're not, they're going to get hit with a high tariff. Everything he said he's doing is right here. Number six, the largest tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips. These policies are in the making and it will happen. Number seven, defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. Is he not doing that? He said we're going back on the Constitution. We are a republic, not a democracy, right? Where we have the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, right? Number two, the right to bear arms. We have a right to form militias, to protest, as well as petition and protest in a peaceful manner, right? Number three, no quartering of soldiers. Number four, no illegal search and seizures on property. Number five, plead the fifth, right? These are the things. Number six, everybody has a right, due process, speedy trial, instead of thrown into prisons forever, being tormented and tortured. These are our constitutional rights, ladies and gentlemen. Number eight, prevent World War III, restore peace in Europe and the Middle East, and build a great Iron Dome, right? He said he's going to do this stuff, right? Number nine, in the weaponization of government against American people. Is he not doing that right now? That's why you see all these agents being fired, all those 51 clowns, right? And all these other people, right? And what's the other dude, the general, what's his name? All these people are getting out of there, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10, stop the immigrant crime epidemic. So stop the migrate crime epidemic. Demolish the foreign drug cartel, right? Is that what he said he's going to be doing? Crush the gang violence and lock up violent offenders. This is exactly what Trump said he was doing. He's doing it. Number 10, to build our cities, including Washington, D.C., to make them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Number 12, strengthen and modernize our military, right? Making it without question one of the strongest and more powerful in the world. How are you going to do that? Well, you got to get rid of these transgender out of there. Nobody's going to take our military seriously. We never had this problem before 2016. We never had these issues, right? So he's spot on about that. It's a beautiful thing. So far, he's been hitting everything on all the bullet points. Let's go down the list. Number 13, keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. That's what he's doing. Number 14, fight for the protection of Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. And the list goes on and on and on. Did he say this is his policy campaign that he ran on? We gave him a mandate. This is why we voted for him. Number 15, cancel the electric vehicle mandate and the costly and burdensome regulations. This is why he went after the Green Deal. The Green Deal is in that freeze that he's doing because we're going to go ahead and eliminate that. You know, there's going to be electric vehicles, don't get me wrong, but it should not be pushed. The EPA, all this stuff where everybody going to be electric. No, everybody have a right. See, Biden administration that ran the Green Deal, pushing what we call like this is all unconstitutional. You have the freedoms whether you want to have an electric car or not. You shouldn't have to be forced into one, right? Number 16, cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, racial gender ideologies, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Did he not do that? He did it. We don't have to worry about that no more, ladies and gentlemen. We won. Number 17, keep men out of women's sports. Did he not do that? He did it. Number 18, right? Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Now, for these guys that are over here for school, you already said it. You get into these demonstrations, you can lose your scholarship because you will be deported and you will go back to Palestine or wherever you are pushing these type of pushing these political agendas. Number 19, secure our elections. Trump is definitely doing that, right? Because it's going to what we call the SAFE Act, voter ID. Did he not say he's doing it? This way he told California, if you want the funding, there's going to be two things that I want you to do. And one of them is going to be voter ID. He told Gavin Newsom. That's one of the things right there, right? The other thing is that you have to disclose, I believe, the money that we're going to give you. If it's the $50 million, whatever the case may be, you have to disclose that because it will be audited, all right? Including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. Number 20, unite our country by bringing it to new record levels. This is going into the golden age. This is the 20 the mandates under his campaign Trump ran, and he ran a flawless campaign. Everything on his agenda for his campaign, he's doing it. Nobody can say Trump is a liar on this. You know, he's doing it. He told you up front what he was going to do. And ain't no hiding. He told you right up front. There it is right here. There it is right here. And see, John, what I have to do, I have to walk people down that may not be aware. They could, oh, yeah, Project 25, Project 25, Project 25. You know what I'm saying? 2025, Project 2025. This is what we voted for. We never voted for Project 2025. This is what we voted for. And they said, what was the two major concerns that most people, including Democrats, it was the border safety was number one, right? Border safety, because that's the safety thing, and the economy. Those were the two things right there that Trump ran on. Democrats don't get it. Democrat elites don't get it. We don't care if they do get it. But here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen, what I just showed you. That's exactly what it is. Right. Okay, John says, I got to go. The snow stopped and I have to go plow things. Okay, John, I appreciate you, man, for stopping in and stuff like that. I got to give a shout out to John, though. Wait a moment. You know how I do, John. This is John. Also for Omega. You know what I'm saying? And all the rest of them know, you know. So, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Trump ran on right here. This is what he ran on, right? All 20 bullet points right here. We can back this stuff up. This is it. You know, this is why we are in the golden age now. And it's going to get way better than this. We're on the brink of greatness right now. You know, we have won. And I wanted to put the clarity in regards to, you know, as far as the freezing of the federal thing and all that type of stuff, because that's a bunch of just a bunch of lies. John says, I got to go. Okay, right. Okay, I got you, John. Yeah, it's a bunch of misnomers and lies. Thanks for showing up, John, man. I appreciate you. Bunch of lies, ladies and gentlemen. Bunch of lies. That's why I reference into this right here once again. You should download this, share this with your family and friends and stuff like that. Because I do not share any type of propaganda, this type of crap and stuff like that. I don't do it. You know, I got an obligation too. It's because I believe in the Constitution, freedom of the press, right? There's nobody conversing me and telling me, oh, you got to do this and that. With CNN, they're giving a script. and they're told what to say. That's not journalism. That's not journalism. You know, so this is why, like we said before, social media is winning when it comes down to giving the facts, giving news versus this other stuff, though, you know. This is why I voted for Trump, because it's pretty clear. It's very, very clear. This is why I voted for him, because of this right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. But this too, but the other thing is why I voted for Trump. And if I were to bring that up, hold on for a minute, because if I were to bring that up, these are the reasons right here why I voted for Trump. Sealing of the border, carrying out the largest deportation operation in the U.S. in American history, end inflation, make America affordable again, make America a dominant energy producer in the world by far. These were the reasons why we voted for Trump. All 20 of them. And when it come down here, he said he was going to fight to protect Social Security, Medicaid, with no cuts, including no changes to retirement age. Did you know that the Democrats was going to change it and up it to the age 67 to 65? And they were talking about raising the rates on it as well, right? Trump is going to bring the cost of the medicines, just like he did with the insulin. He brought it down and made it cheap. Biden stole that and then claimed it for himself. That's why people think that he was the one that came up with it. No, Trump was the one that came up with it. Trump always come up with the good ideas. All they do is steal stuff. Trump is the innovator, you know. They are the duplicator. Trump is the innovator. The Democrats are the duplicators. So here it is right here, you know. And then in my so-called black community, because we got a lot of, once again, a bunch of misinformation, spreading lies and stuff like that, when you can go ahead and do the simple thing, and all you have to do, this is what you guys see right here, the executive office of the president right here. Google this for yourself, right? Here's a list of executive orders listed under the guidance are protecting America people against the invasion. Here it is right here. Yep, right. Reevaluating and realigning United States foreign aid, putting America first in the international environment agreement, unleashing America's energy, ending the radical and wasteful government DEI programs, and preferencing. Defending women and gender ideologies, extremists, and restoring biological truth to the federal government, right? Enforcing the Hyde Amendment, right? This is exactly what it is right here. Question: is this a freeze on all federal financial assistance? No. Pause. Does not apply across the board, right? It is expressively limited to program projects and activities implicated by President's executive orders, such as ending DEI, the Green New Deal, and funding non-government organizations that undetermined the national interests. These are the questions. These are the answers to many people's questions. Is this a freeze on benefits to Americans like SNAP or student loans? This is the answer to the question. No. Any programs that provide direct benefit to Americans is explicitly excluded from the pause, right? I think it's supposed to say cause, excuse me, and exempt from this review process. In addition to Social Security and Medicare already explicitly excluded, not included, excluded. In the guidance, mandatory programs like Medicaid, SNAP will continue without pause. I guess it is pause instead of cause. So without pause, there it is. There it is. Funds for small businesses, farmers, Pell Grants, Head Start, right? Rental assistance. Didn't they sit up here and say that Head Start and all this stuff was going to be shut down? No, it's not. Rental assistance, rental assistance. Let me say it again. Rental assistance, right? And any other similar programs will not be paused. I don't know how people get in this stuff. Then they sit up here and told all these bold-faced lies about how the rental assistance and all this stuff is going to be shut down and cut off. It doesn't say that here. This is what I'm reading, right? This is exactly what it is. So, yeah, this is exactly what it is. You guys should be able to see the rest of this stuff right here. Look at this. Look at the seal. This is coming from Trump. He kept it real with you so far. Why would Trump lie about this stuff? Trump been keeping it real, ladies and gentlemen. I read all of his campaign policies. Some of these people, maybe President Company may not be included, but people outside the President Company, they never been on Trump's campaign site ever. You know why? Because their hatred won't allow them, especially in the black community. They will not do it. They will not do it. They won't humble themselves to get to the truth. They rather listen to people that spread propaganda instead of listening to the truth. Here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here. I'm showing you right here. I can't get no plainer than this. Can't get no plainer than this, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are right now. So this goes and put a lot of I highlighted it, showed you. You are reading. You see it right here. This is not my words. This has not been rewritten. This is exactly what I'm showing you guys. And you can Google it for yourself. Right? You should be able to Google this and pull this stuff up. So therefore, you better have it at your own disposal. You better pull this up and look at it. Is this true? Is this facts? Is this what it really is? And the answer is yes. So why are they putting out misinformation and propaganda? You know, because Google and a lot of these other things are pretty much liberal bias, lies, and crap. Let's go ahead and look at it again. There it is right here. And then if I go down a little bit further, this is the stuff right here. Is the pause for federal financial assistance and empowerment? Says here no. Says here no. You guys seeing it right there. You read it yourself. Says it right there. They've been running this propaganda machine, and it's not working. So I don't listen to propaganda. I don't watch CNN and none of this stuff. This stuff is coming straight off the desk of Trump. Here it is right here. Question is, why is the pause necessary? Damn. Why is the pause necessary? Answer is to act as a faithful stewards. This is what Karoline even said. She said the same thing. She says that acting as a faithful stewards to taxpayers' money, new administrations must review federal programs to ensure that they are being executed in accordance with the law and the new president's policies. This is why. This is why Trump did it, right? This is exactly why Trump did it. All right. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. So, all right. So let's look at the other one here. I think this is like a continuation. Come on now. Why is I'm having problems with part 2 on this? Okay, there it is right here. Okay. Well, actually, that's all of that. Okay, cool. But this is what it really is right here. I'm going to keep this up because I want you guys to look at it. People coming in the room late, we already went over this already. All the stuff that you're hearing, all the rumors, he's cutting this and that. Nope, he's not. Nope, not at all. He's not cutting it off, ladies and gentlemen. He's not cutting it off. I'm going to repeat it a third time. He's not cutting it off. Got to get the facts. Got to get the facts. Because if a guy can hold, and Trump, this president, he can hold down this agenda, right? If he can match and do everything on this 20 list, the stuff that he's doing, Trump will keep a promise. And this is exactly what he did. Stop the border and stop the migration invasion. Carry out the largest deportation in U.S. history. End the inflation and make America affordable again. We go right down the list. I already went down here before. It's all here. All you got to do is go to Trump's, DonaldJTrump.com. Pull up his campaign site. You can see it for yourself. Put your hatred to the side. Put your pride to the side. Go and look this stuff up for yourself instead of listening to other people with false narratives, misinformation to scare you, shame you, gaslight you, and say, see, right here, you voted for Trump. See what he's doing? That's what they're doing. That's what the Democratic elites are trying to do. They want to scare you. And I'm really talking more about the black community right now. Present company don't apply. If it don't apply, let it fly. I'm talking about people that are on these government assistance programs, right? The ones that are on these programs, they are under the misconception that their stuff is going to be cut off, right? No hot lunch program and all this stuff, all this nonsense. This is the stuff that they believe in it. And like my friend John told me, I should just let them just go. And I am. I'm going to let a lot of them deal with this foolishness because that'll be their punishment for listening to and entertaining a lie instead of wanting to get to the truth. You should be wanting to get to the truth instead of entertaining a lie. You know, nobody had no reason to lie on this man and things like that. This is the 20 bullet points, things that he's doing to get the country back together. He don't have no reason to lie. He's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You would think, this is just jacked up. I want you guys to read through this. And everything he's been doing on this list, he's doing it. Trump is going to keep his word, keep men out of women's sports. Did he not do that? Did he not do that? He's done that. Yeah. We won. They lost. We won. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Isn't that something? So, but you guys are coming in late, whatever, that's cool. But I wanted to share some things in regards to this, as well as the other document, because the social media stuff, man, they're not, like I said, I scrolled down and I was listening to this stuff, man. And why can't they just get to the facts instead of entertaining speculation stuff? Because if nobody, I'm just saying, it makes no sense. If we're not getting down to this right here, ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about here? What are we doing? What are we doing? That's the question. What are we doing? He have highlighted some things right here, ladies and gentlemen. I done went over this so many times. Yeah, I went over this stuff so many times. I'm going to stop the screen sharing there right now, but I done went over this stuff so many times, and it's amazing in the black spaces, they never talk about this. Platinum plan. Many of them don't even know about this. This is Trump's promise. As I mentioned earlier, he was going to implement this in 2020, but the election was stolen from him. Of course, none of us saw it, but this policy was allocated towards the black community. Almost $500 billion to fix our neighborhoods, clean them up, get the education that we need with the highest policing standards in our community. This is the guy they call a racist. The same dude that gave $360 million to the HBCUs, the First Step program. 7,000 inmates were released out of prison. 91% of them were African American, blacks. This is the same guy, Donald J. Trump, that they call a racist. And when I put back to what they're talking about, it just cancels it out. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Trump have constantly helped people out. He was a Democrat way before he was a Republican. He have given a lot of money. And this is the same dude that's getting this country together. Biden didn't do it. Obama didn't do it. You wouldn't even know about this plan here. Many of you don't even, I bet you, don't even know about this. And these black spaces should be teaching about this stuff, but they don't. They just, it's sad, but stuff that they should be doing, should be learning about this stuff. Right? Paid for by Donald J. Trump for president, incorporated, down below. I ain't never seen a black leader with this particular plan. Black clergy, I'm calling them all out. I ain't never seen this from them. Right? Right? There it is, right here. I'm going to keep this up here too, because I want people to look at it. I want them to go run and tell that, because this is true. Trump said, for the blacks that have voted for me, you had my back and I got yours. And anytime Trump make a promise, he's always deliver on his promises. That's why I always say, when you bet on Trump, you always win. Bet on anybody else, you're going to always lose. I betted on Trump. I didn't bet on Biden. I didn't bet on Obama. All I betted is on Trump. I put all the chips, I put all the cards on Trump. Trump ain't took a dime being a president. He still don't take it. He could have got paid $400,000 for being the president. All the rest of them did. He didn't. Trump don't need the money. He said, go donate it to somewhere else. Trump ain't taking you think he's taking the salary? He's not. Trump is not taking, he's not getting paid for being the president. He makes too much money. He don't care about that stuff. But tell me why Obama did, Biden did. You can name it. Name me the president and I'll tell you, they took it. Bush's did, right? They all took the pay cut. They are not the pay cut, but they all got paid off the salary for being the president. They all got paid. Trump is the only one that didn't do it. He don't need it. Don't need the money. This is just common sense and logic, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what it is. And they constantly are telling these lies on this man, misinformation on this man, and it has to stop. And it will, because he's already gonna take care of this media. This media this CNN and all this stuff, it ain't gonna continue. He's doing what is necessary. We gave him a mandate. And he's followed through on it. As I said before, let me pull this back up again. Gotta say it again. This is exactly what it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. We gave Trump a mandate by sealing the border, stopping the migration invasion, carrying out the largest deportation operation in American history, ending inflation, making America great again. You may as well add on the list because he stopped the IRS, ladies and gentlemen. Do you realize that? Did you know that Biden hired 87,000 IRS agents to come after us as the individual taxpayer? Anyone under Biden said, anyone that's making $400,000 or less, you're gonna have IRS problems because they're gonna do an audit. They were gonna come after us, right? That's why you saw these commercials about you better settle with the IRS now. They got the forgiveness program. This all came under Joe Biden for many of you that voted for him. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but you got to know the truth. He was the one that's going to send all these IRS agents. Now you sent them down there to that border, which I'm happy about that. There you go, IRS agents. You're going to send you down there to the border, though, right? Secure that border, right? So let me go ahead and finish this thing, though. Got to go over it again, right? Stop the outsourcing. Turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. We have done that. There will be no more outsourcing of jobs. We're not losing no more jobs to China or anywhere else. We have told American businesses to come home or they'll be hit with a high tariff. So you know they're going to come back here. They're going to get a 15% tax break to set up shop again. Number 6, large tax cuts for workers. No tax on tips. Number 7, defend the Constitution, our Bill of Rights, right? And our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to bear arms. And the list goes on, you know, because he's going to remove the 16th Amendment, which is, they wrote that in, telling Americans that they have to pay taxes. That is a lie and a misnomer, you know. Taxes for American citizens have always been unlawful. It never got passed through Congress, and it got automatic. It just got in there by hook and by crook. It got sneaked in, and people went along with it. That's why when you ain't paying taxes no more, you know, skip an income tax check. You can get rich in America now. This is our opportunity. This is the golden age, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't about black and white. This is about being America. We are all Americans. Trump, when he put this platinum plan right over here, pull it back up again. Then we go back over the other thing. The platinum plan, hold on for a minute. There it is again. He said he had to set a wrong that had to be made right. Because we know that our ancestors we were been mistreated, and the Democratic Party had a lot to do with it. And this is why he had to set the wrong right. This is why the platinum plan exists. This is why. Because there's no reason in the world that these blue states in these big cities where we got crime, violence, drugs, prostitution, gang activity, underserved communities, right? Disenfranchisement, blight, right? There's no reason in the world that these blue states should be this way. Have you asked yourself this? Why doesn't the suburbs look like the city? Why do they have clean neighborhoods? No crime, very little crime, right? High policing standards, franchisement, serve communities, right? Access to capital and wealth. Why we don't have it in the inner cities? Because the Democratic elites have set it up that way purposely. That's why. And they profited off of it. It's called capitalism. With the prison system, right? Privatization of the prison systems. Under who? Under Clinton. When it went, after he got in 1994. The crime bill, that was Joe Biden's baby right there. Mass incarceration, jail lockup. Here we are. This is why we're here today, ladies and gentlemen. What I want to say, you say racism, I agree with you, but guess what? It came from the party that you voted for. Your party, which is the Democratic jackass party. That's why they got a goddamn a donkey up there. That's the party, the jackass party that you voted for. Sorry, but it's the truth. That's exactly what it is. Said this many of times. Right? So when you vote for something like that, this is what you got. They had a history with liberal whites, rich liberal elite whites too, right? Back in the early days, 1800s, right? We talk about slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, Ku Klux Klan, right? Redlining, right? This is where all this stuff come from. It came from their party. This is exactly what it is. You got to know the truth about your party. Trump got to undo a lot of stuff. They would have won for taxation. We never had taxation before 1913. But now that we have it, these are all Democratic moves from the elites. This is a fact. I did it. Man, please, man. If I can cook anybody, I can cook the Democratic elites easy. We never benefited from being a damn Democrat. Reason why people voted Republican, because we had to stop from 1854 to stop the spread of slavery. The Democrats didn't do that. They were for slavery. They were upset. This is what the Civil War and all this was part of it was about. They didn't want to integrate with the North. They didn't want to end slavery either. Slavery was a big moneymaker for them. This is your party that many of you have voted for. You got to know the truth. Because if they were anything, they would be doing, if the Democratic Party was so great, check this out. If the Democratic Party was so great, they would be doing what Trump doing right now. And they failed on every level. The Democrats opened the borders. They carried the largest importation of immigrants into our country. They didn't end inflation, they created inflation, right? With government spending and kickbacks and lobbyists, right? And told the Federal Reserve, well, the Federal Reserve is a private bank, but they just print the money, right? They constantly print the money. They were the same group of people that took us off the gold standard. Democratic Party policies. This is exactly what happened. Democratic elites, they told us to turn into gold back in 1934. It's called the Gold Act. 1971, it was called took us off the gold standard under Nixon. This is why there's no money back in the money that we're spending. They're just printing thin air money. This is the party that some of you or many of you have voted for. Y'all want to keep big up in this man, Biden, and all the rest of them? No racist history of them. We go down the list. Here we are with this thing right now, right? Talking about Trump has a large tax cuts for the workers. They tried to take this, but the Democrats were for they were for instead of tax cuts, they were for more taxes, not cuts, right? We didn't benefit from it. Because if we did, why is inflation steady going up? Why? They had to outsource the jobs because American workers wasn't going to work for less. That's why they figured, well, we're going to get more immigrants in here, more illegals in here. Job that can pay $12 an hour, they can pay the immigrants $5, $6 an hour. Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, and all the rest of them. You think they're not making what Americans would actually make. They're paying them less. They're paying them less, ladies and gentlemen. This is your party's policies, right? This is why we're in this situation now, right? Your party, for some of you, right, that have voted. I never say my party. The party of my ancestors was the Republican Party that was founded by the blacks as well as the Whigs. Those were the two that put it together. That's exactly what it is. Look at this. Right here. Defend our Constitution. I remember I said this in our Bill of Rights. The Democrats hate the Constitution. They don't believe in the Bill of Rights and fundamental freedoms. They offer censorship. They don't care about this stuff, right? They hate. Look at the blue states. They want you to have all these, we got to have special licenses and all this. Look at this right here. The right to bear arms. This is the constitutional right. Why is the Democrats taking our constitutional rights from us if they're supposed to be so good? Trump said we're going to have a reciprocity where I can carry my pistol in every 50 state because under the Constitution I have that right, right? This is what it is. Do you know the blue states have the highest restrictions and regulations on guns? Because they don't believe in the Constitution. They're anti-American. I've been said that about them. Trump is pro-American and Biden is anti-American. Obama, anti-American. Harris, anti-American. Hillary Clinton, anti-American. Bill Clinton, anti-American. Bush is anti-American. Go down the list. Jimmy Carter, anti-American, right? Go right down the list. This is exactly what it is. Prevent World War III, right? Restore peace in Europe and the Middle East and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over the entire country, made in America. What's wrong with that? What did Biden want to do? He wanted to encourage World War III, keep the wars going, war hawks, right? And all the rest of them, right? This is what they wanted to do. Poured all that money into Ukraine. Keep these forever wars going. Russia, Ukraine, China, right? North Korea, Middle East. Keep it going. This is what many of you voted for. I didn't vote for this lunatic. I voted for a man that had common sense policies that was for peace, right? For the world. And that way, from right now, we're going to see a lot of these false flag operations are going to stop because they were all manufactured. We can go far back in Vietnam and further than that. We can go to World War I and World War II, to be honest with you. You know, none of these wars had to happen. They did it for the money and the funding and at the expense of the American people. Number 9, in the weaponization of government against American people. Guess who was for the weaponization for the government? Joe Biden. He went after his political opponents, like Donald Trump and other political figures. This is what they did. We didn't do this. They did it. They weaponized our government, right? We ain't got to worry about that no more now because we won. But this is what we were against this. We wasn't for this. They were for censorship. We wasn't for censorship because we believe in the Constitution. You take the Constitution away, you're just going to be a slave here. This is what they set up, ladies and gentlemen, right? Stop the migration crime epidemic, right? Demolish the foreign drug cartel, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Ain't that what we doing right now? Because we want to make America safe again so women and children don't have to be out here and worry about a super predator jumping out on you like he did with Laken Riley. She was just out there jogging, 22-year-old, pretty girl. Because of their failed policies, the Democrats, your failed policies, the people that voted for him, right? You voted for a criminal. You voted for a racist. That's what you voted for. That's why the so-called black, that's why I call it the so-called black community. The so-called black community ain't never been right. They have the highest crime, highest drugs, highest violence, and all the rest of the stuff. You know, purposely rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Strengthening and modernizing our military, making it without question the strongest and the most powerful in the world. That's exactly what Trump is doing, pulling our troops from overseas back to the United States, keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency, because it will be the world's, again, USA, USA, USA. And that's what we should be chanting, man. Number 14, fight for the protection, right? Social Security, Medicare, without no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Can't get no plainer than that. Oh, yeah, you're going to cut this and that. Them Democrats something else. Number 15, cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations, right? He already went after the Green Deal, signed executive order. He actually, in that case, he put a freeze on it. All that's being halted. Stop. No Green Deal. No Green New Deal. Glad of that. Not that we won't have electric vehicles, but it should be a mandate on it. That's unconstitutional. How can the government tell us that we have to be in electric vehicles, right? It's unconstitutional. He's in the process of shrinking big government from 100% down to 20%. 80% got to go. All these regulations got to go. Therefore, many of you are homeowners. No taxes. You can own your home. This is the golden age. They didn't do that. Democrats ain't did that. What else I can say? Number 16, cut federal funding right? For any school pushing what? Critical race theory. That's why you white folks can rest easy now, right? You ain't got to be made that you are racist every single day and all this other nonsense. Radical gender ideologies, right? We don't have to deal with this stuff. And other inappropriate racial and sexual as well as political content to on our children. Children go to school, right? Pledge allegiance to the flag, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for one moment. Yep, hold on for one moment here, and then I'm about to get going here. Hold on for a minute. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Had to tell the truth and things like that. So go back and look at the other video. I already exposed it. It's already been debunked. Ain't no programs being cut off at all, though. So we are looking good, my friend, looking good. I thank you guys for listening to the live and things like that. I'm going to be doing some other stuff as well, though, too. But I have an obligation under the Constitution, freedom of the press, right, to tell the truth, not propaganda, not lies and misinformation. And this should be an example for you other content creators that are doing this stuff. Stop it. You should be telling the truth and stop spreading propaganda. If it ain't coming from the source, if it doesn't have a seal on it like this, then wait a moment. If it ain't looking like this, wait a moment. If it ain't coming from factual information like this and listening to what Karoline is saying, everything else is false information. It's propaganda. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. And I appreciate the likes too. My likes and subscribe and things like that. I think that's mainly it. I think we covered it all. All right. I am out. And I'll see you later. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.